Hi guys, welcome back to LPB Racing for the BTCC support race series on Project Cars 2. This is race 3 from Snetterton of round 5 in the Clios, and we're just going to take you through the grid now. So on pole position we have Stevie on pole position with NRP alongside, TY third on the grid with Bidzster alongside, so that could be a hectic first corner. Keith in 5th, and then it's Blakeney in 6th, 7th is Gummy Bear, 8th is Video, and 9th is at the back is Neil Farmack. So let's get on with the race then, guys. Ready for the start here, watching Stevie from pole. And NRP gets an absolutely blinding start. That could be a jump start, but we'll find out. But Stevie then gets mugged by NRP into the first corner. We've got quite a few people side by side further back as we go into the first corner. Blakeney on the inside with Bidzster right behind him, and Gummy Bear going round the outside of him, down towards the Montreal hairpin. I think Stevie's fighting back for the lead on NRP, but NRP's into the corner first. TY slides himself around the outside, and Bidzster gets up the inside of Blake as NRP goes grass cutting on the way out the corner. TY tries to come alongside him, NRP on the inside, but no, TY gets the position done into the next corner. Gummy Bear with Keith, Gummy Bear at the inside of Keith there. Keith was off the track, so does Bidzster there. Both go off the track there. Then we've got Gummy Bear on the inside of Keith in towards Agostini. And then onto the inside, Bidzster in the middle. Blakeney trying to go around the outside of Bidzster there. Keith with Gummy Bear drawing alongside. Keith tries to go around the outside of him, he's on the grass. Then the side by side in towards Hamilton. This could end in tears as we go around the outside as Bidzster comes through and takes advantage of Keith. Going a bit slower through the corner, Bidzster going through then into 5th place, Keith back to 6th as Bidzster slides his way through there. It's not the best opening lap for Bidzster so far, but Blakeney then under pressure from Video further back as well as a slide through Williams, and it's down towards the next corner. So now down towards the chicane, it is Stevie from TY in front. NRP's coming under pressure from Gummy Bear further back. Stevie's lost it. Stevie's lost it from the lead. He's just recovering. TY's lost it as well. He's gone right off the track. And then we've got NRP, Gummy Bear arriving. Everyone arriving too quick into the corner. As rejoining the track, TY from NRP there. They just see each other as they resume the circuit. Oh wow, TY's lost it on the exit of cut, on the exit of the bomb hole. He's off onto the inside, there he goes, recovering meanwhile through Coram, and rejoins just behind Bidzster. Oh wow, close as you like as NRP and Gummy Bear go side by side into Murray's, and NRP goes straight on. Gummy Bear goes through, Bidzster slides sideways. Oh, talk about action, this is Clio Cup at its best. NRP keeping his foot planted to the floor to not try and lose too many positions, but Gummy Bear through the third, Gummy Bear through the second, Bidzster third, TY fourth. Oh, what a hectic opening lap that was, but all clean and all's fair. As we go through Richards, Stevie with a 3-second advantage, Bidzster right behind Gummy Bear now, in towards the Montreal hairpin, moves out to the inside, tries to get Gummy Bear on the brakes, onto the corner, Bidzster, on 2 wheels on the inside. Oh, what a pass from Bidzster, 2 wheels in a Clio, which is normal really, because Clio spend just as much time on 2 wheels as they do on 4 wheels. As they go through the corner, Video being passed, trying to get past by NRP there, as Video, Video slides out, NRP's onto the inside, Neil Farmack goes right round the outside of him, there he goes, right round the outside, down towards the Agostini hairpin. What action here from these Clios, into the Agostini hairpin, NRP and Blakeney side by side, Blakeney trying to go right round the outside of NRP, but NRP, no, contact, and Keith gets hit as well, so NRP and Blake make contact, Keith goes off as well, and then they all recover, but they all recover from that, but we'll get a replay on what happened there for you now. Here's a look at the instance at Agostini on board with Keith on lap 2, NRP on the inside of Blake into the corner. NRP runs a bit wide, he's understeering, he's getting the power on, but just understeers into Blake's contact, and he's sideways, and Keith is left with nowhere to go. So that is just a complete racing incident, and everyone continues okay, but unlucky for Keith and NRP will spin round. So as we come back from that then, Gummy Bear is in 3rd, Bidzster's now into 2nd place, so 2nd place for Bidzster there, passes Gummy Bear, and is ahead on track trying to catch Stevie up now. TY chasing Gummy Bear down. Neil and Blake, they've got a bit of a gap between them, so that's spread the pack out a little bit there. But Keith and NRP are still together when we can see him. There we are, NRP with Keith behind him now, so Keith behind NRP. So Keith not having a couple of good races here, so not really what Keith wants out of this. As TY goes back, TY's in 3rd still, Gummy Bear right down to 4th, so Gummy Bear looks like he made a mistake there. Down to 4th he goes. with Video closing in on him as well. So Video on the move here, trying to close up to Gummy Bear round Coram. And these Clios quite lively to drive, very hard to drive these Clios. As TY goes off on the grass, that's not going to help his exit speed as Gummy Bear will close up to him, but still there's a big enough gap to get away with it, so luckily just gets away with things there. As we go over the line, 2:05.5 for Stevie, 2:04.3 for Bidzster. So Bidzster closing in sideways there through Richards, closing in on Stevie as Video goes through, chasing Gummy Bear as they go through the corner. So Gummy Bear definitely had an off on that other lap where TY went through, because it's a 2:10 for Gummy Bear and everyone else is more or less underneath that lap time. So all getting close, as Neil Farmack trying to close back up to the group as well. So here's Bidzster trying to catch Stevie. TY going through the same corner, Gummy Bear and Video as well. A bit more spread, but also everyone trying to just keep hammering at it as Keith's back in front of NRP now. So Keith and NRP having a nice little battle at the back of the grid. They're not where they want to be really, but someone's got to be at the back unfortunately, and unfortunately they drew the short straw. So Keith and NRP at the back of the grid. Let's see if they can make up some places in this race. But it's a big ask though, 14 seconds to the next car, but the top 7 are only spread by 10 seconds, so not much of a gap between the top 7 at all. Look at Gummy Bear going through Williams' corner, followed by Video. Video a little bit wide there, and so is Gummy Bear, so they both lose time to each other there. Bidzster trying to catch up to Stevie. Stevie's already at the S's. There he goes into the S's. You'll see Bidzster behind. Stevie very cautious through there, not to try and make mistakes as Bidzster comes through, sliding his way through the corner. There's TY, who's going to try and keep it. Oh, Video sideways, and so is Gummy Bear. Very sideways into the corner, and Video could get a good run here. Out of the corner, and towards Bomb Hole. I don't think he's going to make it yet. Oh, he's up on the inside. Can't quite make it yet as everyone else goes through the next set of corners. NRP and Keith further back on the straight. Meanwhile, Video and Gummy Bear the closest on track at the minute. Down towards Murray's. Brake while turning, which is on these cars isn't very good, as TY found out there. TY very aggressively driving this car. Not like TY at all. We usually see TY as a very consistent, sort of naturally smooth, clean driver. Not this time. TY's turning into a bit of a flamboyant Bidzster / Blakeney sort of driving. Absolutely hammering the car round Richards' opposite lock. Turn right, turn left to go right through the corner, and Gummy Bear catching up as Video loses time there on the straight. Gummy Bear closes right up to TY. TY, oh, very defensive into the corner. Doesn't need to defend that early, but goes wide on the exit, and Gummy Bear's going to pull alongside him and in out of the corner. And Gummy Bear's alongside him. TY on the inside. Gummy Bear trying to go around the outside, can't do it. Might have to go for the switch down towards Agostini, but TY defends the inside. TY knows he's vulnerable here. Down towards the next corner, and down towards Agostini into the braking zone. TY keeps position on the inside, and Gummy Bear has to try and find another way through. Video and Blake, we've got Blake closing up on Video here, so Blake closing up the gap there. Then further back we've got NRP and Keith, still very close together at the back, 0.6 of a second between them, in favour of NRP. With Keith, oh, making a mistake there! Keith off into the wall, not good, just catching the grass on the exit of the corner. So just needs to watch the exits a bit there, and it should be alright. But Keith back down to 2 seconds behind NRP now after that little off. Meanwhile, Bidzster and Stevie, we've got Stevie there at the front there on 2:05.5, Bidzster 2:05.1 as well. Stevie's lost it completely into the corner, Bidzster almost does as well. Again, these Clios in this game, very unstable at the back end, into the corners. As Gummy Bear and TY found out there. Gummy Bear goes wide. Video, he slides even more. Let's see what Blake does around the corner. No, he's alright. And Neil. Oh, Neil, cleanest of the lot. Absolutely as clean as a whistle there from Neil Farmack. Keep up with that, Neil, and you'll have some more places gained by the end of the race. As TY goes into Murray's, will he get it right this time? Will he get it right? Yes, he does. And Gummy Bear gets it right as well behind. So everyone learning slowly with these cars. And we have a 5-minute practice before the actual race, which isn't very long, but it's enough. But still very hard to get used to the different sorts of cars. As Bidzster now 2:04.9 from a 2:06.8 from Stevie after that off. So Bidzster catching up to Stevie here. So it looks like we could have a nice battle on his hands in the next couple of laps. Stevie goes a bit wide into the hairpin. Bidzster keeps to the inside. At the corner we go. Bidzster closing. TY and Gummy still the same gap, but it's going to be good points for push and pass racing, which is Stevie and Gummy with the first and the fourth so far. Keep up this, gentlemen, and you'll have some good points for the team's championship. Blake doing all he can for his team with George not able to make this week. Unfortunately, as Blake goes off the track there, just as I'm talking about him, commentator's curse strikes again, but he keeps his foot down and keeps his position. Bidzster drops to 1.2 behind Stevie now, so Stevie pulling out a bit of a gap through that section there, but Stevie running a bit wide there. Got to watch out the track limits, because this game is very, very harsh with track limits. You've got to be careful. And I've got the in-game ones on, because a few seasons ago we had a few people moaning about the track limits, and also it was a lot for myself to keep an eye on. To police, so to speak, so they put the in-game penalties on and that sorts everyone out, so we can't argue with the game. There's TY and Gummy Bear have swapped places. Gummy Bear is in front of TY now, so there's been a swap for position there. Replay. So as we come back from that, Blake then closing up on video, or trying to, should I say, as Stevie and Bidzster come out the S's, and Gummy Bear goes wide out of the S's and onto the grass. TY close up here. Gummy Bear might get a track limit penalty for that. He might have to slow down. We'll have to see, as I think he has done, but he's trying to slow down if he is. But all very close as they go into Murray's, Stevie and Bidzster. Bidzster gets a good run. He's pulling alongside Stevie. Quickly back to the other two while they go around the corner. As Gummy Bear and Stevie and TY get a good run, but TY is going to pass Gummy as well. He's doing what Bidzster's doing to Stevie. Stevie gets a bad run out of the corner, and Bidzster takes advantage on the straight, goes straight past into the corner, round the outside, drifts his way around the outside of Stevie and takes the lead of the race. And TY's well ahead of Gummy, because Gummy's had to slow down for a penalty, so the slowdown penalty is not going away very easily on this game, so people losing a lot of time to it. As Bidzster then in front of Stevie there. So Bidzster's in front of Stevie now. Obviously we just saw that a minute ago. Stevie trying to pressure Bidzster into a mistake as Bidzster slides his way through. The left-hander down towards Agostini we go. Bidzster, will he feel as though he's got to defend? A tiny bit. Stevie has a little look just to make him look in his mirrors, but he'll not put Bidzster off. Remember, Bidzster's the king of defence, so Bidzster is hard to pass, but if you can get past him, he starts going backwards very quickly. So Bidzster, he's good at defending initially. Gummy Bear behind TY a bit more now as video there. He's going a bit wide there as Blakeney will close up to him. Neil Farmack's closing right up to the back of Blakeney as well. So in the next couple, we've got a lap and a half remaining. So Neil could just about do this. But remember, as the famous Murray Walker says, catching up is one thing, passing is quite another. So Murray Walker, my favourite commentator of all time, my idol, and hoping that I can sort of commentate at not at the same level as him, but maybe a similar level, but no one can top the great Murray Walker. As we go into the S's, it is Bidzster in the lead from Stevie, still sliding both the cars around the corner, really trying to push both of them. TY into the S's, very, very cautious through there, doesn't want to make any more mistakes there. Gummy Bear a bit more faster into the corner, and that's the price you pay. Goes straight on, and he goes behind our camera, there he is. There's Gummy Bear, goes through there in fourth, but he's lost a lot of time to TY there, and video can sense opportunity, and so can Blake and Neil as well, because they're closing on each other too. So onto the straight then to start the last lap of the race. Bidzster in the lead, crosses the line. Let's see what the lap times are this time. 2:04.3 and a 2:05.3 for Stevie, so he's a second down on Bidzster. Bidzster pulls out a second gap on Stevie that time as they go up over the curb out of Richards. And Bidzster almost losing the car there. Bidzster really pushing here to try and see what difference he can make in this race. Just trying to keep the gap, sliding through the hairpin. Out of the corner, perfect line by both. Video is being caught now by Blake. He's lost touch with Gummy Bear a little bit, and he's now back with Blake into the Montreal hairpin we go. 410's back, Blakeney lunging. Just trying to make Video sort of go wide under pressure and make him think what the hell's happening, but Blakeney can't really afford to go for lunges like that, so we can't really have that, but he's trying with all his might as Video goes very wide there. That could be Blakeney's opportunity to go through with the run down to Agostini. Will he go for the inside, or will Video cover it? No, he's not going to bother yet. Onto the brakes, Video slightly covers the inside into the hairpin. Neil's just waiting, rubbing his hands together. Please take each other off, because it'll really help me out. Bidzster slides his way through Williams with Stevie behind him onto the straight, but Stevie's still a second behind, so it's going to take a big mistake from Bidzster for Stevie to get through here. So let's hope they can both keep it clean to the end of the race. There's Video with Blakeney behind him still. Blakeney still not be able to find a way through. Not close enough to have an attack yet, but he's got to get a good run out of these corners, which I think he's just done out of this one, but he had a little bit of a twitch there, but he's in the draft. As Bidzster now 1.4 ahead of Stevie, so Stevie makes a little mistake into the chicane, and Bidzster pulls out a bit more gap. Only a couple of corners to go for Bidzster here, and he's on free. Quick look back to the other battle here. We've got Video and Blake, as Video makes a mistake, he goes off the track. Video's off the track, he recovers, gets his foot down. Blake's through. Video has gone back down to 6th position. But meanwhile, we've got Bidzster and Stevie coming towards the line. It's going to be Bidzster who wins the race. Well done to Bidzster, he wins the Clio race from Stevie in 2nd place. Well done to both of them, good race between them two. TY will be okay with 3rd. Good 3rd position for TY. Gummy Bear's going to be 4th, just about, and then it's going to be Blake from Video and Neil. So, yeah, Gummy Bear finishes 4th. Then it's going to be Blake, Video and Neil to cross the line next. Well done to all them. Neil got close, but no cigar in the end. And then further back, we've got NRP and Keith. NRP is going to finish in 8th place here, I think. Just going to watch him around these last few corners, make sure there's no other mistakes. And then he should be home free for 8th place. And Keith, very unlucky, in 9th position. So NRP comes out the last corner, gets on the power, and he will definitely finish 8th, and Keith will definitely finish in 9th. So we'll get those results confirmed for you now, guys. Okay guys, here's the results from that end. So Bidzster wins that race. Well done to Bidzster. It is Stevie in 2nd place. 3rd is TY, and 4th is Gummy Bear. Much better result than the previous 2 races for him. 5th is Blake, and then Video in 6th. Neil Farmack in 7th, 8th is NRP, and Keith rounds off the 9. So as you come back from those results then, there is your winner, Bidzster, in the green and blue car there on the right of your screen. Bidzster wins the race, well done to him, and we will see you guys next time for the final race here at Snetterton in the Ginetta GT4s. Take care guys.